Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, beloved, whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? It is wonderful to connect with you. Wonderful to say hi. Hi, hi, hi. What's up? What's up? What's going on? What's up, people? What is happening with you? So, for those of you who will be watching live, let's do it. It's a kickoff of the week where we get started with our life-giving conversations. Yes, life-giving combos. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen, Captain. Let's make it happen. Yes, 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 yes. So, if you're watching live, yes, 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 wonderful. For those who will, good morning, Dorian. Welcome, welcome. For those who will hashtag it and replay it, I can appreciate you doing what you're doing, watching it when it works for you. For those who will be on, and I don't know you on, and I won't ever know you on because you're doing what you do. But it's a lot of y'all. I'm coming, well, I am discovering it's a lot of y'all. So I guess that don't fit that category because I am starting to know that you're on. So it's a lot of y'all. Good morning, Judith. Good morning and welcome, welcome. And for those of you who will be used by Papa as a secret agent, who right at the time when I need you the most will come and let me know. I watch you and it makes a difference for me. I want to make a difference. I want to be a difference maker. I am a difference maker. I have evidence. I make a difference in my own life, first of all, because I show up for me consistently, often, intentionally. Letitia Wright Scribe is in the house. Good morning, dear. Yeah, because I show up for me. I show up for me intentionally, and in doing so, beloved, then I know I make a difference in my own life, but I also make a difference in the life of many others based upon the report I get back and based upon the evidence. Freedom is our birthright. It really is. Emotional freedom is our birthright. And but sometimes we have to fight for it. Sometimes we have to fight for it. Sometimes we have to press in. Sometimes we have to make it happen. Sometimes we have to believe in it for us again. But it is our birthright, along with other things that came with, being created by the master creator. And so why not? Why not decide for our freedom? Decide and keep deciding. So today's conversation is around this notion that sometimes we just have to decide again. Sometimes we have to decide again. So just because we made that decision a year ago doesn't mean that that's it. One and done. Decision made. Nope. Sometimes we have to decide again. Sometimes we have to decide again in 6 months. Believe again. Absolutely. Sometimes we have to decide again in 3 months. Sometimes we have to decide again next month. Sometimes we got to decide again next week. Sometimes we got to decide over and over again in the same day for the same thing. When we know that it is what's best for us, and sometimes our strength wanes, sometimes our belief wanes, sometimes our focus wanes, sometimes, we waffle. And when those times happen, we have to decide again in the direction that we decide to go. decide again, that we can believe and hope and know that it's possible for us to decide again that we are determined to go in the direction that feels right to our soul. Decide again, in spite the odds. So sometimes we have to decide to hope again, to believe again, to trust again, to get up again, to start the business again, to have the conversation again, to press into the relationship again. Sometimes we have to decide to start that new eating habit again, to start writing again, to start focusing again, to start trying again. Good morning, Tanya. Welcome, sis. Welcome. Sometimes we have to decide to try that new regimen again. We have to, and it's not a one and done. Good morning, cuz. Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Love you too. Love you too. So it's not necessarily a one and done. Brian, good morning, Brian. I'm thanking God for another day. Me too, sis. Me too. So we can't just say, I made that decision and it didn't work. Maybe you need to make the decision again. Maybe you need to keep making the decision. If you know that the thing is yours to have, if you know that it's yours to be, if you know that you didn't decide again, beloved, make the decision again. Make it again. Decide that's what you want. Decide that's the way you want it. Decide that's how you want it. So you can make the decision that you can decide again. So you can decide again. So that's what we have to do. We have to make sure that we decide again, right? Make sure that we decide again. Make sure that we hope again, that we dream again, that we believe again, that we press in again, that we are, beloved, that we are focused again. Whatever it is that's important to us, whatever it is that is ours to do, whatever it is that we believe in, right? And we know life is not linear. There are some times that we going uphill, pushing a boulder, pushing a big old bus uphill. That takes some concentration. It takes some commitment. It takes some determination, some focus. It takes some skill in some cases. But what we have to do though is we have to keep going, keep pressing, keep believing, keep trusting, keep hoping, keep looking to the destination, being present for the journey, but look to the destination. I'm going to get there. I'm going to do this. I already see myself there. I already see myself doing it. It's going to be like this when it's happening. While I'm doing it, I'm experiencing this and I can see that. Can you envision your future now? Can you? Can you see your tomorrow today? Can you? Can you believe for what you only dream for now? I'm just saying, beloved, call those things to be not as though they were. Like faith is now, not in the future. Faith is now. Faith is now the substance of things hoped for. You get the substance now. Do you know our imagination is so vivid that when you set yourself to believe, when you set yourself to know that a thing is yours to have now, do you know if you envision that, you lean into that, you press into that you experience it in your mind, in your brain, it experiences it as if it is already occurring, as if it is occurring. And so if we experience something has already happened, then it's harder to believe that it can't. I'm just saying, when we experience something as already happening, then it's more difficult to believe that it cannot. Absolutely. It's much more difficult to believe that it cannot happen when it already has. It already has occurred. It's done. It's over with. It's completed. When we experience it that way, it's already done. It's already done, beloved. And so I invite us to lean into the thing that is ours to do. So decide again. That's the invitation this week, to decide again. What might you need to decide again? Maybe you decided it didn't work. Maybe you decided it didn't turn out the way you thought it was. Maybe you decided it worked for a little bit and then it stopped. Maybe you decided and it was more pain. It was more pain, maybe more challenging than you anticipated. Maybe you decided you just didn't know what you was getting into. Either way, if that's what you want, if that's where you need to go for, then decide again and be in inspired actions. It don't matter. We can make decisions all day and all night, but we've got to act on those decisions. We've got to be in inspired actions. And actually, I don't believe that we've decided if we haven't made, if we don't act on it. I believe we're still deciding. Does that make sense? Right? If you say, yep, I decided to do it, but you're not doing it, I don't believe you decided. I believe you're still contemplating. Or you're not going to do it. There's no contemplation. You're just not saying that. Right? You're just not saying it. So when we experience something is already happening, it's much more difficult to believe it cannot. That's right. Thank you, Letitia, for capturing that. So that's why our imagination is so powerful. So powerful. It's why I do visualizations. It's why I meditate. It's why I'm intentional about this co-creative dance with Papa. It's why I am, because I believe that anything that Papa and I come up with together, that it's a done deal. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. Not that I come up with by myself, and not that Papa has already preordained. Those by themselves don't have to manifest. Good morning, Davira L. Robinson. By itself, they don't have to manifest, because Papa dreamed a dream for all of us, but we have to be in inspired actions. And I can decide all day and all night I want something to happen, but if I don't have something bigger than me, greater than me, grander than me, to bring all the pieces together, because remember, the how to a thing ain't none of our business. It ain't none of our business. The things that have happened recently for me that are a part of my journey, I didn't know how, I didn't make them happen. So two things stand out for me. The magazine article, the link appeared in the request for an interview appeared in my inbox. Now, there's some things that had to happen in order for that to happen. For one, I had to have an inbox. I'm just saying I had to have an inbox for somebody to be able to get in my inbox. That I needed to be able to check my inbox, right? I've gotten so much better with that. I needed to be in action already for somebody to even be able to look and see, oh yeah, she is out there doing things. She does have a message or something to say. She is serving the community. All those things, like, I needed to be in my own action. And then somebody had to tell somebody. They say there's some things that I read sometimes and it says your name is being spoken of in rooms that you know not of. So somebody had to be saying something to somebody for that link that to end up in my inbox. Number one. Then the TED Talk, same thing. I wanted it. And all the pieces had to be in place. Like, it wasn't mine. The how wasn't mine. The how wasn't mine. Being an inspired action, showing up. And when I asked them what made them reach out, that's what they said. It's like, yeah, because you've been consistent. That right there, beloved, is a message all by itself. They said, because you have been consistent. Yeah, right there. Because you've been consistent. Your message has been consistent. I got one message. Love you better, boo. Love you better, boo. That's the street version. Love you better, boo. That's the street version. The clean version is Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, soul, and strength, and thy neighbor as thyself. As thyself is where we park. It's what we highlight. It's what we lean into. It's what we celebrate. It's what we promote. But love you better, boo. Mm-hmm. Yep. Street version, the uncut, the unclean version. Yes. That's it. And decide again. So sometimes we gotta decide to love ourselves again. Decide to serve ourselves well again. Decide to lean in again. Decide to hope, dream, trust again. Sometimes we gotta believe in faith again. Again. Sometimes we gotta quit again. I'm just saying. Now that one just bubbled up. That one just came up. So somebody need to hear that. Sometimes we gotta quit again. And y'all know my slogan around quitting. I stole it from the Smokers Creed, never quit quitting. Never quit quitting. Never quit quitting. Sometimes we got to quit again. If quitting is the thing that you need, if quitting is the thing that will serve you, that will move you closer, leaning into purpose and destiny, then sometimes you just got to quit again. Right? Just quit again. I'm not saying just. Look, whenever I say just, I ain't saying it's easy. I ain't saying it's simple. But there are lessons for the journey. And if it's a straight linear thing, it's a whole lot of things you don't learn. So again, a lot of things that I have learned in trying to work my way to this 193, I'm going to get there. Like it ain't an option to not. That's my decision. You hear that? I've already decided that I'm going to get there, that I will step on the scale and it will say 193. No doubt. No doubt. There is no doubt in my mind. Not 1 ounce of doubt. I leave no room for chance that won't happen. Because that's a promise that I made to me, and I keep my promises to me. I keep my promises to me. I do. So there's not a chance that it's not going to happen. Now, when? Now, that's up for grabs. I don't know. Because I thought I would have been there already. I thought I was already there. Nah, I done took some detours. I have taken some detours. And I've learned something now. On each one of those detours, I have learned something. And I'm grateful for the lessons. I'm grateful for the insight. I'm grateful for the wisdom. I'm grateful for the learning because I get to teach it and share it and talk about it and know and have a knowing about a kind of struggle, a way of struggling that I'd not done before. Like, I've never done this with this level of awareness. So it was funny. So one of the things that I had to figure out is, but because the weight was lost with basically fasting, the master cleanse is basically a type of a fast, a liquid fast. Because it was done with liquid fast, it's kind of a volatile thing, which means it's easy to lose a lot quick, and it's easy to gain a lot quick. So I had to learn that lesson. Like if I just revert back to exactly where I was, it's coming back on as rapidly as it came off. I've been shocked at the numbers, both of losing and of gaining. I've been totally shocked. Like, what the heck? What the heck? What? But now that I know, I'm like, okay, what's the medium? What can I do that will maintain? Because I can't have this volatile situation. And so for yesterday, I asked for, instead of like the regular stuff I would ask for, like I want a German chocolate cake, I want a red velvet cake, I want a sweet potato pie, I want macaroni and cheese and some da-da-da-da. I want, I was like, I want a salad for Mother's Day. I want a salad. I really did crave a salad, though. That's the thing. So things are changing for me. I ain't never been a salad craver. Not never. Hear me when I say not never have I been a salad craver. Not never, not in my entire life. They okay, but I ain't never been drawn to a salad. I'm drawn to macaroni and cheese and mashed potatoes and gravy and some biscuits and some. I'm drawn. I had been drawn, had to been past tense, had been drawn to those things, but I'm now drawn to a salad. I mean, I had all the fixings. I knew it. And actually, last few times I went out to eat, I actually ate salads while I was out. Like I was that person who didn't believe in going out and spending my money on a salad. It just didn't seem right. Something about that didn't seem right when the mashed potatoes were sitting over there. I'm just saying, right? So, but that's been shifting in me. And so I asked for a salad for Mother's Day because I'm like, you know what? I don't need all that stuff left over. Let's just do a salad. Ate it, ate a few other things. You know, those turtle candies, too many of those. But you know, it was my little dessert. And the scale was basically the same. It's like, okay. I know, okay, I get that. I get what I can eat and maintain. And the scale really don't move. I get what I can eat and maintain. Okay, so I know what I need to do to lose. Got it. I know what I need to do to maintain. Y'all, that's huge. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. I need you to hear that. That's huge. That right there has been my Achilles heel. That has been the thing that has eluded me for years. That has been the knowledge that I did not have. That's been the thing that would lead me to gain the weight back to fail because I didn't have that insight, that awareness, that knowledge. And it took me many changes, many times to try to figure it out. Many times to try to figure it out. Yep, my appetite is changing. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I had to decide again and again and again and again and again. I had to keep deciding for something different from myself in order even to give my appetite a chance to change. I had to keep deciding. And yesterday was a pivotal moment for me because all day after I was like, ooh, that salad was so good. Ooh, that salad was delicious. That salad was good. Girl, that ain't never been my testimony. Not never. That ain't never been my testimony. I hadn't been her, but I'm her now. I'm like, ooh, okay, a salad. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the lesson. I'm grateful for the tries. I'm grateful for the insight. I'm grateful for the wisdom. I'm grateful for the maintaining of the number on the scale. We still got something to lose. We still got a little ways. We had 227. So y'all know our goal is 193. Do the math. 193. So we still got some ways to go. But we good. We good. We got our plan. We know what we're doing. We know how to maintain. I'm excited. Anyway, beloved, thank you for being with me this morning. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for being you, for knowing what you do and being here. For me, a protein drink, a salad with iceberg lettuce for the satisfying crunch and a few saltines. I'm not hungry for 8 hours. It's so weird how my cravings have changed. I love that. Thanks, sis. Thank you. Thank you. I love that. Yeah, for the crunch. Yes. And that's why I needed romaine because it's something about romaine when it's cut up, even with the stems, like that gives me that meaty something. So you're right, sis. Yes, I hear you on that. So yeah. So thank y'all for the engagement. Y'all know I love to engage. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate a space to be, for me to walk out my gifts and callings and be who I have been called to be, do what I've been called to do, and to bring you along with it, bring you along the journey with it. So I always want to invite you to make sure that you're living out your dream, living into the dream that the Creator, Papa, has dreamt for you. Jeremiah says, I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. I never remember all that scripture. I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and the future. Jeremiah 29:11. Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plans. Part of the plan Papa dreamed for me is to be in 193. Right? To be on this journey. All right, I love you. At the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, we relinquished, we gave up the right to not be amazing. You and I are amazing beings. We are amazing beings. I just need you to believe it. I need you to own it. I need you to walk it out. Thank you for the love. I appreciate you, Devera L. I need you to know that it's yours to have, and don't relinquish that knowledge for nothing. All right. Talk to you soon. Be well. Bye-bye.